New York Yankees fans, yet again, it is Felix from NYYNEWS.com. Like always, hola, ¿cómo estás? Raw and unfiltered, uncut. No, I'm not reading off a chat GPT script. Let's get straight to the point of what players are going to be traded this offseason. And no, I'm not going to talk about your Verdugos, your Glasnows, players in the same division as the Yankees. I'm going to make this as realistic as possible. Real, lo más posible. I just threw off the YouTube algorithm with that one. They're going to recommend this video to people in Latin America now. But anyways, the guy that everybody forgot about, Mike Trout. And people are whiny and bitchy about that name. But what if I were to tell you that he makes more sense than to have a Giancarlo Stanton? That's one guy I know for a fact that is going to be moved this offseason. Not a lot of people are talking about it. His previous injury was some sort of a freak injury. I know he has a history of them. But imagine the Phillies in the playoffs with Mike Trout. We wouldn't be talking about the Rangers being the world champions. We would be talking about the Phillies. My prediction, Trout gets shipped to Philadelphia. But it does make sense for the Yankees to swap Giancarlo Stanton for him. It makes absolutely too much sense. Who would you rather have? Giancarlo Stanton or Mike Trout? And when I say that, what aging player's contract would you prefer? If you ask me and anybody with common sense, I would prefer Mike Trout. Angels are going to be desperate for that DH with Ohtani being gone. He's not going to be an Angel. He's probably, I think the Yankees, in all honesty, have it out for that guy. So you could see a Mike Trout and Ohtani in New York. That's just my opinion. Only if the Yankees could get rid of Giancarlo Stanton. Again, Angels have a void to fill, and Giancarlo Stanton can certainly fill it. He's from the area. I don't know, man. Swapping those two players just makes too much sense for me. But high likelihood, we're going to see Mike Trout in Philadelphia. You got Shane Bieber from the Guardians out there. He was going to be traded at the trade deadline, but he got injured. So if the Guardians were shopping him, it's common sense that they're going to trade him this offseason. Does it make sense for a team like the Yankees to trade for him? Absolutely. Do the Yankees have many options via the free agency market? I'm 50-50 on that. There's many arms, starting pitchers, that the Yankees could obtain via trade. And let's say the Padres, they don't trade a Juan Soto. If you ask me, guys, I would prefer the Yankees gunning for him when he becomes a free agent. The word out there is that any team that trades for him is going to extend him, whatever. I don't think Juan Soto is going to, let's say, agree to those terms. I think he's going to wait for free agency. But who knows? If the Yankees, if it's a team like the Yankees, I do believe that he would sign an extension. But to add to that, I think the real target of the Yankees spending the money is Shohei Ohtani. I think they prefer him over Juan Soto. Obviously, Juan Soto is a generational talent, but the Yankees have had their eyes on Ohtani for quite some time now, and don't give me that crap about Ohtani doesn't want to play on the East Coast. He has already experimented on the West Coast. He's gone back and forth in the U.S., east to west, west to east. It's not a big deal. Going back to Soto, though, if the Yankees don't go after him, they're going to have a lot of prospect capital, meaning that they could go out there and maybe obtain a Bieber. Go out there and possibly obtain a Corbin Burns. There's many other options and routes the Yankees could take if the Padres hold on to Soto. Maybe trade. Of course, they're going to trade him at the trade deadline, but by then, who knows, the Yankees probably would have signed Ohtani by then. And again, the Yankees hold on to all these pieces that would have been gone to San Diego and use them in a more versatile way. So this is not the popular opinion. Of course I love Juan Soto. He's amazing. Of course I want him to be a Yankee. But in my opinion, the player that the Yankees have their eyes on, the player that they're willing to give close to $500 million is Shohei Ohtani. Reason being, the Japanese market. I'm not saying Juan Soto in the Latin American market ain't huge. Shohei Ohtani is one of the biggest attractions in Japan, not only in Japan, but in the United States of America. That contract in New York, I'm not saying it's going to pay for it itself because that contract is going to be huge, but it lessens the burden of what you're going to pay Ohtani. I know this was about trades, but Juan Soto and Shohei Ohtani correlate when it comes to the Yankees. So moving along, another player that could possibly be moved this offseason, Nolan Arenado. Is he a fit for the Yankees? Of course. This guy is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's nonstop. He's one of those guys that you know what he's going to bring to the game. But do I see the Cardinals trading him or possibly even keeping him? From what I've seen and heard, it seems that they're willing to move him. Is he a fit for the Yankees? Of course, but is he a fit for the Yankees and their offseason plans? No. The Yankees are obviously going to go out there and add another big contract. Nolan Arenado still owed millions. I don't see them picking up another big contract. And like I said in the beginning of this video, another big contract can be added, but you have to move Giancarlo Stanton. And who's going to take a washed-up player? A team like the Angels. And you can't really say the same thing about Mike Trout. You plug him in there when he's healthy, he doesn't look washed up. He's going to give you the Trout numbers. So moving along, let's talk about players in the Yankees. Gleyber Torres. It seems that his name has been attached to Miami for 2+ years now. If the Yankees are going to move him, they're going to move him this offseason. Or they're going to extend him. He was certainly one of the best Yankees this season, this previous season. I keep forgetting the season just ended yesterday. But he was certainly the most consistent Yankee. He has a lot of trade value. If you're not going to extend him, get something in return for him. If it's not the Marlins, the Yankees could get creative and just shop him to every MLB team out there because he isn't a bad player. There's a lot of teams that would trade for Gleyber Torres. Moving along, another name out there, Brandon Drury, who is a doubles machine. He has improved. Obviously, Yankee at one point didn't work out because of a concussion. He had a similar story to Clint Frazier, but Frazier fell off the map, so you really can't compare those two. Frazier, in my opinion, is going to sell his sneaker collection on eBay soon because I could see that guy just completely fall off the map and out of work. So Brandon Drury's out there, a trade candidate. Obviously, we know the Yankees love him. Could you see a Angels and Yankees blockbuster trade where the Yankees get Trout and Drury? Who knows? I know it sounds like a crack pipe dream, but do you blame me? Do I want the Yankees to keep Giancarlo Stanton? No, I'm going to continue to make these kinds of trade proposals to basically put an end to the Giancarlo Stanton New York Yankees era. Let me dream, folks. Can a man dream? Another name, I don't see this anywhere. I don't know why, because he was a trade candidate just a season ago, Fernando Tatis Jr. I know the Padres have supposedly had financial woes. I made a video about Tatis a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't watched that video, just browse through my content. But he's another guy. If the Padres are phony, if they're frauds, if they're really the poverty Padres pulling the scheme in front of everybody, trying to win a World Series fast and then clean house, you would have to think, along with Juan Soto, that Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to be placed on the trade block. So fascinating details. Do the Yankees go out there and spend money, or wait for the Padres to have a firing sale? Let's say again, they sign Ohtani. I'm not going to complain about that. But then they're going to miss out on great players like Soto and Fernando Tatis Jr. because it makes sense for the Padres to trade these guys at the deadline. They have no reason to trade them before the season starts. But it's a great problem for the Yankees to have, an abundance of great players possibly being available and players that are available via free agency. All I know, folks, this offseason, this hot stove is going to be one of the biggest in recent memory. You saw with the Rangers. If you're a common sense Yankees fan, you wanted that team to win. You wanted the team that were big spenders to win the World Series. If for whatever reason, I know there's some big guy in Yankees universe that was cheering for the Diamondbacks to win. You guys all know who that guy is. That was maybe 0.0001% of the fan base. Because like I said, if you're a real Yankees fan, you were pulling for the Rangers to win in the World Series. Because in the back of everyone's heads, we all want the Yankees to go out there and spend big this offseason. And if you ask me, they're going to do exactly that. So Yankees fans, obviously I left a whole bunch of names out. Help me out, man. Leave those names in the comment section below. Who's going to be moved this offseason? Don't give me players nobody has ever heard about. Put them big names in the comment section below. And like always, this has been Felix from NYYNEWS.com. Share, like, and subscribe, and I will check you out next time.